In the quiet town of Melodia, where music was the heartbeat of every street, there lived a shy girl named Mia. Though the town buzzed with melodies, Mia preferred the company of books, and her timid nature made her the quietest note in the town's symphony. One rainy afternoon, while helping her mother clean the attic, Mia stumbled upon a dusty, old piano. Its ivory keys, though yellowed by time, called out to her in a way she couldn't ignore. Curious, her fingers lightly brushed across the keys, and to her surprise, a haunting melody began to fill the room. It was a song she hadn't heard before, yet every note seemed to echo with familiarity within her heart. That evening, as the rain tapped gently against the window panes, Mia shared her discovery with her mother. Her mother sat beside her, a nostalgic smile gracing her lips as she listened. "This," she said softly, "was your grandmother's favorite song. She played it so often that the tune seemed to become a part of our home, but as time passed, it faded from our memories, remembered only by this piano." Mia's curiosity grew. The song was not just a collection of notes, it was a piece of her family's story, a link to a grandmother she barely remembered. Determined, Mia vowed to uncover the entire piece. It wouldn't be easy, but she felt a strange confidence that the piano itself wanted her to succeed. Day by day, Mia returned to the attic, each key press revealing more of the forgotten tune. Slowly, her connection to the music deepened, and with each visit, the song became clearer. One evening, as twilight painted the skies in shades of orange and purple, Mia finally played the full melody. The once forgotten song flowed from her fingertips, wrapping around her like a warm embrace. In that moment, she felt her grandmother's presence beside her, as if the music had bridged time. The song was no longer forgotten. Mia's playing brought it back to life, and now it sang through the rooms of their home, a beautiful thread woven into the family's tapestry once more. Melodia had a new melody, one cherished and remembered, thanks to a shy girl, a dusty piano, and the timeless power of music. Mia was a young girl with a vibrant curiosity and a love for music. Every afternoon, she would sit by her window and listen to the mysterious melody that floated through the air from a nearby forest. Entranced by its beauty, she longed to play it herself, but found its complexity far beyond her current skills. Determined to master the melody, Mia set out on a quest to find someone who could teach her. She asked everyone she knew, but no one seemed to have the knowledge she sought. Just when she was about to give up, a neighbor mentioned Mr. Alden, a retired musician who lived on the outskirts of town. Some said he was the best musician to ever play, while others whispered tales of his eccentric ways. Intrigued, Mia decided to visit Mr. Alden. His home was nestled amid tall trees, and as she approached, she could hear soft notes of music drifting from within. Hesitant but hopeful, she knocked on his door. Mr. Alden opened the door with a gentle smile, and his eyes twinkled with a hint of mischief. "What brings you to my home?" he asked, peering at her with curiosity. "I hear the melody from the forest," Mia explained, "but I cannot play it myself. Will you teach me how?" The old man paused, then led her to a dusty piano. "Play for me," he requested. Mia played a tune she had learned, her fingers trembling slightly. Mr. Alden listened intently, nodding his head along with the rhythm. "You have potential," he said at last. "But mastering the mysterious melody will take more than just playing notes. It requires feeling every sound, singing every silence. I'll teach you if you promise to practice with heart." Mia agreed eagerly, and so began their lessons. Each day, she walked to Mr. Alden's home and played until her fingers ached. Yet, under his patient guidance, she learned the subtle art of weaving emotions into her music. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and one day, as the sun rose over the forest, Mia sat at the piano and played the mysterious melody flawlessly. Her heart swelled with joy as she realized it wasn't just a melody she had learned, but a new way to express herself. Mr. Alden clapped softly, a proud smile on his face. "You've done well, Mia," he said. "Music is not only heard, but felt. You've brought the forest's melody to life." Mia thanked him, her eyes shining with gratitude, knowing she had found not only a teacher but a friend. And from that day on, the mysterious melody became a part of her, a symbol of her growth and the bond she shared with Mr. Alden. Together, they created more music, painting the world with notes of wonder and joy. Once upon a time, in a little town where music danced through the streets, there was a girl named Mia. Mia had a passion for the piano, and every evening after school, she would visit the stately home of Mr. Alden, a wise old music teacher who was known to have the finest of pianos. Mia loved Mr. Alden's lessons, but sometimes they could be quite challenging. One evening, while trying to master a particular piece, Mia's fingers seemed to stumble over the keys. Her frustration grew like a thundercloud until finally, in a burst of emotion, she stormed out of the house. Her heart felt heavy, and tears pricked her eyes. She wandered along a winding path until it led her to the edge of a forest. The leaves whispered stories in the breeze, and Mia found solace beneath the branches of a towering oak tree. As she sat down, her tears began to flow. Suddenly, the air around her filled with the sweet sound of birds singing. It was a melody so pure, so delightful, that it made her pause. Mia listened intently. The birds harmonized and chirped in a rhythm that danced on the wind, reminding her of the very song she had struggled to play. How beautiful, Mia thought, as a soft smile crept onto her face. The birds sang without worry, without hesitation, just singing because it made them happy. Inspired, Mia wiped her tears and stood up, her heart lighter and filled with a renewed sense of determination. She returned to Mr. Alden's house, her steps filled with purpose. As she sat back down at the piano, Mia closed her eyes and listened to the bird's song that still echoed in her mind. Her fingers found the keys with a newfound confidence, and the melody she played was not of struggle, but of joy. Mr. Alden watched quietly, his eyes shining with pride as her music filled the room. This time, Mia's song was not just notes on a page. It was a celebration, a testament to the magic of finding inspiration in the most unexpected places. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village bordered by a grand forest, there lived a talented young girl named Mia. Mia loved music more than anything else in the world. She was especially fond of the piano and spent her afternoons learning how to create beautiful melodies with Mr. Alden, the village's kind-hearted music teacher. One evening, during a particularly challenging session, Mia became overwhelmed with frustration. No matter how many times she tried, the notes seemed to dance out of reach, and the melody she wanted to play just wouldn't come together. Feeling defeated, Mia abruptly stood up, leaving a bewildered Mr. Alden behind, and rushed out of his cozy house. Her feet carried her along the familiar path into the forest, where she often spent time dreaming and playing in the cool shade of the trees. Mia sat beneath her favorite tree, tears flowing down her cheeks. "Why won't it sound right?" she questioned, feeling tiny and lost amidst the towering trunks and whispering leaves. As she sat there, trying to calm her racing thoughts, a gentle sound floated down from the branches above. It was a chorus of birds, each warbling its simple tune. Together, their voices soared in a harmony so pure and beautiful that Mia couldn't help but listen. The birds' melody reminded Mia of the song she was struggling to learn. They sang with such ease and joy, unburdened by frustration or self-doubt. Suddenly, inspiration filled Mia's heart. If the birds can make beautiful music, so can I, she thought. With her spirits lifted, the determined young girl brushed off her tears and stood up. As she made her way back to Mr. Alden's house, the forest melody lingered in her mind, merging with her own memories of the tune she'd been practicing. Back at the piano, Mia sat down with renewed determination. This time, she listened to the music inside her, letting the notes flow as naturally as the birdsong in the forest. Her fingers danced across the keys, weaving a melody that was uniquely hers, imbued with the beauty and tranquility she found beneath the forest's leafy embrace. Once upon a time, in the small, bustling town of Harmoniaville, a little girl named Mia discovered a love for playing the piano. She would spend hours in her grandma's attic, where an old, dusty piano sat, waiting to be tuned and played. Her nimble fingers would dance over the keys, filling the room with enchanting melodies. Mia learned from her grandma that music was not just about notes on a sheet, but about expressing one's soul. Her grandma would often tell her, "Every song is a story, Mia, waiting to be told." As years went by, Mia grew up and became a renowned pianist. Her performances were known for their emotive power, as each piece she played felt like an intimate conversation with her audience. Despite her fame, Mia never forgot the little town where her journey began. For her, Harmoniaville was her melody's birthplace, and the memories there were imbued in every note she played. Frequently, Mia would return to her hometown, but not just to visit. She returned to teach the young and eager musicians of Harmoniaville how to find their own melodies, as her grandma had once taught her. She held workshops in the town hall, encouraging children to close their eyes and let their fingers be guided by the stories in their hearts. One day, as Mia was preparing to leave after a particularly uplifting workshop, a young boy named Tim approached her. He had seen Mia play at one of her concerts and had been inspired ever since. "Miss Mia," he said, eyes gleaming with excitement, "would you show me how to make my own song?" Mia knelt to meet the boy's gaze. She smiled warmly, hearing the echo of her own youthful curiosity in his voice. "Of course, Tim," she replied. "The secret is to listen to the whispers of your heart and let them guide your fingers." And so, the cycle continued. The forgotten song that Mia and her grandma once played together lived on, passed down from one generation to the next. Mia knew that she had done her part in ensuring that the essence of her music would never fade into silence. Indeed, the torch of melody and emotion was now carried forth by fresh, eager hands, ensuring that the town of Harmoniaville would forever be filled with the sounds of heartfelt stories waiting to be told. And they all lived harmoniously ever after.